Hello, and welcome to Art with Miss Michelle. Also, happy Earth Day and Earth Week. Today I'm going to do a earth-friendly poetry slash art project. April is also National Poetry Month, so this will be a good way to mix poetry, Earth Day, art, everything together into one project. So, one of the most simple types of poetry is a haiku. It's a short poem, it's 3 lines, and the first line has 5 syllables, the second line has 7 syllables, and then the last line has 5 syllables again. So you can think of a theme for your haiku, and then you just have to kind of mix your words so they'll fall into the 5 syllable, 7 syllable, 5 syllable um, parameters. So pretty much whatever you appreciate from the earth. It can be animals, nature, a mixture, gardening, insects, just whatever comes to mind when you think about the earth and something that you like having to do with the earth. So I'm gonna do it in my sketchbook, or you can do it on a nice piece of paper. You can practice on a separate sheet of paper because sometimes it's kind of hard to get all the syllables right. And then once you have your final, you can make a nice version. So I'm gonna write my title, my poem, and then draw some pictures to decorate it. Okay, so I guess you could call this project an illustrated poem. So I'm just gonna write my title, and if you want, you could do an illuminated letter for the first letter, which is a really decorative or decorated letter that you might see in like a fancy book. I know a lot of older fairy tales have them. It was really popular during medieval times. So I'm just going to make the first letter fancier than the rest of the letters. And I might do some vines going around it. And some leaves. You could do flowers. You could really decorate it however you want, but if you make the first letter really fancy and then the rest of them are just kind of normal, that's an illuminated letter. So this is my title. And then, so my first line is blue sky, darkest night. And then my second line is birds, bees, frogs, always singing. And this line might be a little bit longer, so I'm going to start it a little bit more to the left so I have some more space. And then my last line is Earth, my happy home. So I have my haiku written, so now I can just decorate the rest of the page. I can draw things that illustrate my poem here. So whatever inspires you. Right now there's a lot of ferns just growing up, and I think they look so cool when they're kind of spiraled like this before they're open. So I'm going to draw some of these in my picture. Okay, so here's my poem with some quick illustration. I might spend a little bit more time on this later, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna shorten it a little bit for you guys. But I would love to see your poems, so please post them and your illustrations after you finish. And happy Earth Day, and happy poetry writing.